if they are like, yeah, you have to clean my house every day, and they have like a huge mansion, then they're probably looking for a housekeeper that also looks for the kids. So just don't go to those people. Taking care of one kid is something, 2 kids is completely different, 3 kids is a real challenge. I had no idea how baby worked. Hello everyone, it's Anna here. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to this week's video. In today's video, I want to explain you how to become an au pair. If you're watching this video and if you don't know anything about me, I worked as an au pair in Iceland for 4 months and a half since February 2020 to half of June, and it was awesome. So I'm gonna share with you my tips, my personal tips, the websites I went to, which age kids should be, like every tip and everything you need to know before becoming an au pair. Which website should I go to? What did I use? I went to a website called aupairworld.com. Everything will be in the description, of course. So I used aupairworld.com. I didn't have any issues, so I never called the website to like ask for help, but you're able to do this. You can do it. There's like a phone number, an email. You can contact them if like there's some problem with the family or if you have any question. But this website is really great because every question is answered in the website, and it's totally free for au pairs, but the families, they have to pay something every month, I believe, to be on the website. So not every family can be there. So we can assume that they are actually interested in finding an au pair and they are serious about this, since they do pay some money to be there. I personally really like it. Like, you create your profile, you put the countries you're willing to go to, and then you have like your homepage, and then there's like all these families that are good for you. Other websites are aupair.com, and if you're Italian, I'm not sure it works for other parts of the world, but you can check. It's culturalcare.com. This last one though is just for the US, so if you just want to go to the United States. These are the websites I know. I only used aupairworld.com, but I have a website, I have an account in aupair.com. First thing that you have to think about is where to go. Personally, I wanted to go to the UK, London city center, and I was like so obsessed to go there. But my tip is to be more open-minded, because then I ended up going to Iceland and it was awesome. So I think you shouldn't be too focused on one specific place, but be open-minded to go to other places, like to other countries other than like your favorite country, your favorite city. Something you have to keep in mind is the visa process, because I was a bit in a hurry, so I didn't have like 6 months or like 3 months to go through the visa process and like do all that stuff. So just keep in mind that some countries that require a visa, you may have a longer process before going there, and if you want to like leave in 1 or 2 months and like start working, you shouldn't look for countries that require a visa. And on the website aupairworld.com, there's like every information about this, but just keep in mind that you need to think about these things you have to do before. So like, make sure of course you have every document and everything, but keep in mind there's like this visa process that may be your way. One thing that you should keep in mind when looking for the country you want to go to is the language. You have to be willing to learn the language of the country you're going to. For example, I didn't want to learn Icelandic, so I choose a family that doesn't speak Icelandic at home. So they reassured me that there was no problem, that everyone in Iceland speaks English, they speak English at home, so it was fine for me not to know Icelandic. But you have to make sure that if the family speaks a little bit of English, just a little bit, but they speak their mother language at home, you are probably required to learn that language. And like kids, they're more comfortable if you speak their mother tongue, so just keep that in mind. You can't go to a place just because you want to visit it without being willing to explore their language and their culture, most of all. So if you just do a quick research about a country, and if you like their culture, then go there. But if there's a lot of things you don't like, then just don't go there, because you need to be very flexible. So if there's a lot of things you really don't like about a country, just avoid going there, because it may be a problem. Okay, how to choose the perfect family. I think you should choose how many kids you want to take care of. This is very important because it varies a lot. Like, taking care of one kid is something, 2 kids is completely different, 3 kids is a real challenge. The more kids they have, the harder it is. And if it's your first time being an au pair, I would strongly suggest you to choose families that have a maximum of 2 kids. And most of all, if this is your first time, which I guess it is if you're watching this video, please don't choose, or be careful if you do so, don't choose kids that are too young, because it's pretty hard, it's pretty challenging. I had no idea how baby worked. I was lucky and I was willing to learn, so it was fine. But in my case, the mom of the kids that I was taking care of, she was in maternity leave, so she was often at home and I was rarely alone with the kids. But if you have to take care of a newborn, for example, and the mother is going to work immediately, or she's often not at home, it may be very dangerous and very challenging for you. I would recommend you children from 2 to as much as older as you want. Just know that every age is different. So I made another video where I'm talking a little bit about this, but every age is different. So if you want a relationship with the kids you're working with that's more like your friends, then maybe a family that has also 12 years old, 11 years old, 10. Some families need help in doing homework, so if you choose a family that has kids from 6 to 12, that's pretty good. You're gonna help them doing homework, so you don't have to clean diapers and stuff. But if you choose kids that are younger, you may have completely different things that you have to do. So don't just think about which one is cuter. Think about what you'll have to do and how hard it's gonna be, because it's harder for younger kids. After you've chosen the country, how many kids you want, my personal tip is to carefully read the profile, and when you're talking to the family, because you can message them, make sure they're very specific about the things they're gonna make you do. So just ask for how many free days you're gonna have, and ask for what type of work they expect you to do. If they are like, yeah, you have to clean my house every day, and they have a huge mansion, then they're probably looking for a housekeeper that also looks for the kids. So just don't go to those people. You are required to help at home. This is part of your job, but you're not a housekeeper, so you're just gonna help them a little bit at home. And that has to be made sure before you go there, because you may not have a pleasant experience. So just don't be afraid, ask questions. This is a job. You're gonna be part of their family, you're gonna be the older sister, it's gonna be awesome, but it's also a job. So just don't be afraid, ask questions, ask what they expect from you, what they want you to do, and stuff like that. Always make a video call and ask as many questions as possible. That's very important. Another tip I want to give is when you're talking to the family, always be honest. If you don't have experience, tell them. If you have allergies, if you have dietary restrictions, just go ahead and tell them. I get it may be hard, they may reject you, but it's better they reject you now rather than like you going there and then they find out, and you don't want to do that. So just like be honest. When you're video calling, tell them if you have some disease, you're taking some pills, just be honest with everything. And if they are going to reject you, that's fine, there's a lot of them. The last thing you have to choose is how long do you want to stay in this country? How long do you want to be an au pair for? My personal tip is, for the first time as an au pair, don't stay longer than 3 months. So you just realize if you like the job or not, and maybe don't go too far. Like, don't choose a country that's too far from your home country. If you're not sure if you're gonna like the job, or if you're not sure about the family, just go to a country that's closer to your home country. But yeah, choose a stay less than 3 months. So you know if you like the job, you know if you like the family, then you can always decide to stay longer afterwards in most of the cases, or you can just pick another job, but at least you have some experience. This is all I have to say. These are all my tips. I strongly suggest anyone to become an au pair. If you just have a slightly interesting kid, you should do it. It's an amazing experience. It's gonna teach you so much about yourself, about other people, about life. It's gonna be awesome. So I suggest anyone to do it. And if you have any questions for me directly, if I didn't explain something, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. I'm open to answering any question. If I can help anyone, I'm happy to do so. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it useful, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content. See you in the next video. Bye!